What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, my name is Arizona. You can call me Arizona, whichever you prefer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell to stay updated with me. I told you guys I was gonna get my hair done, so look, it's long. Aside from editing, guys, I do want to say that the word of the day at this point is interesting. I've said interesting so many times during this video, so you could count how many I said and put it in the comments down below, but I said it legit so many times. That's all I wanted to say. I forgot what, I know it's butt length, and they're medium knotless, but I'm gonna just say that they're large knotless at this point. So yeah, so I have 40 Netflix recommendations here. We're gonna go through this list and kind of just go as we go. I'm gonna describe some of them, not all of them, but you know. So let's get straight into the video. Sorry guys, no quote of the day, but yeah. So the first one on my Netflix recommendation is Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is basically a live action of Beauty and the Beast, but it kind of tells a different story than the animated version. This is a very good series. It's a very good show to watch. I forgot how many seasons it has, but it's one of those ones you gotta kind of like sit down and really get to. The next one on my list is Vampire Diaries. Absolutely love Vampire Diaries. I've watched it over 100 times, literally. The third one is Originals, because you can't watch Vampire Diaries without watching the originals. The fourth one is Legacies. You can't watch Legacies without watching Vampire Diaries and Original. If you guys do watch that, I recommend you watch it in that order because it kind of makes more sense. The fifth one I have on my list is Alice in Borderland. There is some nudity in there, so I recommend you be 18 years or older. It's like an Asian-based type of Netflix series. I keep saying series in their seasons. I'm gonna say series because that's what it is. But it's very interesting. I'm not going to give away what the movie is, but it's basically a game. You're going to know what I mean when I say it's a game if you go watch it. You know what I'm saying? The sixth one I have on here is called Sweet Home. It's also an Asian-based type of series. I would, if you don't like monsters and stuff, I wouldn't recommend you watch it. But if you do, that is something interesting that I found interesting. And it's kind of weird. So if you like weird stuff, because I like weird stuff, I would watch it. But if you don't like weird stuff, don't like monsters, I wouldn't watch it, you know. The first one I have is The Walking Dead, which I should have put at the tippy top because The Walking Dead is my favorite TV show. So if you're willing to do what I did, I binge watched it from the first series to the last one, first season to the last season, because I missed a lot in between because this is also the time I was in high school. Next one I have on here is The Witcher. The Witcher is kind of interesting. It also has nudity. Would not watch unless you're 18 or older. But it's interesting. I don't really know how to describe it. You just have to watch it. This one I have on here is The 100. The 100, a little summary, is they sent 100 kids to the ground. Everyone's been living in space for years, and they finally sent 100 people to the ground, which is on Earth, because Earth was considered dangerous, I believe toxic, and not livingable. I think that's how you put it. And a lot happened after they did that, so that's the kind of show you need to also sit down and just watch, because if you kind of look away, you miss something. Next one I have on here is Lucifer. Lucifer became an interest to me not only because my best friend kept telling me to watch it, but because it has detective work in it, and I like people that do like detective stuff. Next one is On My Block. It's kind of bittersweet. I forgot where it's based at, but that's something. I think there's 2 seasons. It's interesting, you know. There's, I think, profanity in there. 18 or older. The next one I have on here is Black Lightning. I got into Black Lightning, my boyfriend suggested it, and it was very interesting to me. You know, it was. It's just something you gotta watch. I like the fact, not to even sound like this, that it is predominantly, you know what I'm saying? So I like it, you know, it's interesting. You don't always get a show based like that. Next is Bridgerton. Bridgerton is kind of like a corny show. It's two people that weren't supposed to fall in love that ended up falling in love. I like kind of the romantic, corny stuff like that. I would recommend that. Van Helsing, that's also it's also a vampire type based series. Got like dust. And it's kind of sad, but it's interesting. If you like vampires and stuff, I would watch it. If you don't, I would not. I'm not gonna have you watch anything that you don't, you know, like watching. You know, this one I have on here is DAYBREAK. That is a zombie-based type of series. I think they speak in a different language, but it's translated to English. Next one I have on here is Z Nation. Z Nation is right under The Walking Dead for me, in like zombie category. It was interesting. It was a very roller coaster. The whole thing. Some parts I was like, but why though? Or why is he still alive? That type of thing. So it's interesting though. It's not The Walking Dead, but it's up there. We have V Wars. The guy, the main character, he plays Damon names. It's really sad. I need to get on the bandwagon, but him, I forgot what his name is. It's really sad, really, really sad. I just call him Damon. So yeah, it has him in it. It's one season show right now, but it's interesting, you know. The Rain is interesting. It is. It's something you need to sit down and watch. What does The Rain have in it? The Rain also, I think there is zombies in The Rain. The next one I have is Fate, the WINX saga. They just put that on there not too long ago, and I watched the entire thing, but that is something you also have to sit down and watch, because if you look away, you're gonna miss something. Rakai, my friend Zay, got me onto this show. I haven't finished watching it yet, but it's interesting. It's just something you have to also just watch. I have Real Steel, which is a movie. It's been out for years. It's one of my top favorite movies. It's basically robot boxing, but it's so much more than that. 2012, you need to sit down and watch. I can't really describe half of these movies without telling the movie, so it's like something you need to watch. And if you're gonna watch 2012, I also recommend you watch, even though it's not on this list, The Day After Tomorrow. That movie, to summarize that movie, is basically the majority of the US turns into a new ice age, basically. Battle Los Angeles, it's kind of a alien-based movie. You don't like aliens, wouldn't watch it. Shadow and Bone, which is a new Netflix series that they came out with maybe a couple of days ago that they just put on there. I started watching it. So far, it's very interesting to me. It's something very different that you like wouldn't see, if that makes sense. It will have you glued to the screen. The next one is The Impossible. This is based off of a real life thing that happened. It has nudity in it, so 18 and older I would recommend. But it is a very interesting, sad type of movie. You really got to sit there to understand it. It takes you through a lot of emotions, but it is a good movie. The next one is Project Power. They put that on Netflix probably a couple months ago. It's very interesting. That's interesting too. That's something you have to sit there and watch. I'm not gonna tell that movie because it's interesting, you know. I watched it, I think, with my boyfriend, and we were just like, oh, you know, it's wow. He was just, and they was just, it's that type of movie. So yeah. One is Peppermint. I've always seen like clips of this on Facebook, and then I finally looked it up and seen what it was. So my first time watching Peppermint was this year, and it's an interesting movie. We have American Assassin. Says it in the name. 18 or older, I would probably suggest. Outside the Wire. I found it interesting, but is also something you have to watch because it was kind of an unexpected type of movie. Mile 22 is something you just have to sit and watch. I can't even explain Mile 22. 6 Underground is also something you just have to watch. Extraction, it has the guy that plays Thor. I do not know his name. It's really sad. It has him in it. Selfless, that's also a good movie. I Am Mother, it was very interesting. It's a robot basically taking care of a child, and the child has to go through a lot of stuff. I'm not trying to tell the movie, but it's very interesting. Revolt is kind of also an alien movie. You know, majorities are kind of like alien, vampire, witch stuff. No Escape. You kind of just have to watch that. I can't really describe No Escape, but you kind of just have to watch that. Ava, Woman Power, that's all I'm gonna say. Beyond Skyline, you have to watch the first one before you watch the second one, but it's also alien based. But you just have to watch it. One I have on here is Mad Max, but I would recommend watching the old Mad Maxes before you watch the new one. So that's all I had. Those were the 40 recommendations I had. I hope you guys get into them, you know. I found them interesting, each and every last one of them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notification bell. My comments are open if you have any suggestions you want me to do for videos. I'm always open to hear other people's opinions and everything. And yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoy watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.